Well, hello, and welcome back to Totally Random Thoughts. My name is Bree.
And I'm Tag.
And together we are.
Bree and Tag.
And welcome to the podcast full of totally random shit.
That's us. How's it going, guys? Thanks for coming back this week. We are on all of your favorite Spotify and podcast download sites. Spotify and down. Yeah, that was a weird way to say that. As well as we are on Plymouth Rock TV and Apple TV and Distro TV and Local Now and Amazon Fire. So make sure Tuesdays you look for us at 10 a.m. on all your podcast sites, and on Sundays you look for us at 7 p.m. on all of those TV stations. Bree, how was your week?
Busy.
Busy.
We are getting new windows in the house.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you noticed some of the siding ripped off. And
Yes,
all
I did. Is that why you have the chicken wire outside? Is that can get through?
No, that's because we're rebuilding the decks too.
Oh, okay.
So we had to move the fencing. So now instead of just being able to walk up to the back door of the house, you have to go through the gate and then go through the back door. Because we had to move where the fencing was.
I was going to go back, get my Jeep, put it in four-wheel, and just crawl up onto the house.
Good luck.
Had to come in the front door instead, and the dogs were like, "What are you doing?"
I know. And then
Speaking of dogs, hi Penny.
Yeah, they went
Penny's
to daycare
here
today, so they're very tired. So she's just in her little donut ball, sharing my blanket with me.
There's the big
doofus is on the floor somewhere.
Just sharing your
he
blanket.
Gets hot. I know. She's literally she's like a 77-pound Doberman Malinois mix, but she will curl herself into this tiny little like donut hole and snuggle under a blanket as if she's this like, so tiny and cold.
Like I'm just a little lap dog.
Yeah, exactly.
My sister used to have a female shaggy Rottweiler. Ever seen those long-haired Rotties? They're awesome. And it's the same dog. She's a long-haired Rottie, but she was about 95 pounds, and she swore she was a Shih Tzu.
Oh, both of mine.
Yeah.
Both of mine.
You sat down anywhere. She's like, boop, right on your lap. 95 pounds of big dog with a head the size of a bowling ball, and she would look at you. And if you didn't know her, how you doing? If you knew her, she was this like 95-pound ball of mush.
I don't know how this is comfortable with her neck, though. Yeah. She cranes her neck in the weirdest ways, but she's cool with it. I don't know.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, and then this week was the first. Well, it wasn't a full week because it was a 4-day week because of the holiday, but this was the first full week that it is just back to Dad and I at the shop.
Well, your intern left, right?
And our service
a few weeks
manager.
Ago. And your service manager. Oh.
So it's just down, which was bittersweet, we're going to say.
Okay.
I don't want to get into that too much, but that's business. People come, people go.
Yep.
But it's just my father and I now having to handle service and parts.
That's got to be fun.
Two full departments.
That's got to be fun with the two of you.
By ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice.
So, if anyone knows, I'm a really good service manager in the diesel truck industry in the Massachusetts area. Or like Upper Rhode Island that wouldn't mind traveling to Southeastern.
I'm going to come work for you.
Yeah. Or parts people.
I can never have you be my boss. There's no way I could put up with your shit all day.
I would try to ask you to do something. No, I'm very different at the shop. It's funny.
You mean, are you actually nice?
Well, no. Okay, I'm different in the sense of, I don't know how to describe it, but I don't really like, I try to be more of a leader, not a boss per se. And I think there's a difference between the two things. I think a boss should be a leader, but I think there's a difference between being a leader and just being a boss. And I try to be a leader. And I try to gain a sense of mutual respect with my employees, and I don't want to just bark orders and just, tell them to do things.
I carry a boomstick around the gym. Clients don't listen. I hit them
That's
with
what you drive. That's what you drive there, though. That's your ride.
My boomstick?
Yeah. You're like a witch.
Ouch, dude.
A warlock. Just
A
flying.
short, bald witch.
Anyway, so.
No, I do. I have a piece of styrofoam that I ordered like a thing for the wall. Like
Would you actually walk around with
yeah.
a.
So
God.
I ordered a decal for the wall, like a saying for the wall.
Yeah.
And it came wrapped around it in the tube.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept it because it was about that long, and it's just like styrofoam. You could actually crack somebody with it. It's like getting beep.
Listen,
So I wrote the words boomstick on it.
Listen,
keep it next to my
I
desk.
work with like 10 different men
Nice.
of all ages. I have 3 younger brothers that I never asked for, but I would never give them up for anything.
Okay.
And then there's some of the older guys, you know. It's a whole crew, and we're a big team. And it's great. And because I grew up as like kind of a tomboy, so it's like I fit right in. And if we had a corporate HR department walk in and try to do anything there,
Would not work well.
they may perish.
Yes.
They may perish.
Yeah.
If they spent a day.
Same thing at the gym. We can't.
But
have
we
it.
love it. Like you can't like you have to be able to hang with the rest of them.
Yeah.
So I'm different in that way at the shop where, you know, I try to be more of a leader. I have a mutual sense of respect, but I know that I don't tell. I ask. I just say, hey, would you mind going and, you know, doing that thing real quick, or can you take care of this afternoon, whatever. And I find that goes over so much better than just kind of walking over and saying, go do this right now. You're going to do this right now. Oh, she saw a fly.
Yes, there's a fly in here.
She's caught them before. It's okay.
Don't jump off the couch, please.
So, but then, you know,
That's
we
good.
also joke around with each other. And
I'm sure it's not exactly not off color.
what do you mean?
I'm sure that it's off color at times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very blue collar environment.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
exactly. Truck mechanics.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, at the gym, so I'm, 95% of my clients are female. You guys are worse than the guys all day long.
We can be.
Oh no, you are. You absolutely are. So
If you get that side out of us,
in
you
a
have
younger
to-
life, I worked for Boise Cascade Office Products. I was the only guy in a department of 38. If there was sexual harassment, I could have filed it against at least 30 of them. It was everyday hilarious thing in that place. Like for Halloween, like they legit. We're going back like 25 years now. They legit like did a big thing for Halloween. Like the whole office would dress up.
Yeah.
I went as one of the girls. Heels,
That's
fishnets, mini
amazing.
skirt, wig, makeup, nails,
See,
everything. I walked in and they were like, "No,"
Yeah.
and
They loved it.
I got hit on all day. It was hilarious.
See, but like I grew up in a family too that was so open and loving and accepting of everyone, but everyone had thick enough skin that they could handle
Oh, you have
things
to.
like that, and they thought it was hilarious. So, you know, at Christmas, I remember our big Christmas Eve party one year, my godfather, my uncle, all of a sudden appeared. He like disappeared for a few minutes, and then he came back and he was wearing this like gigantic wig. He was dressed in drag, basically.
Sweet.
In this like skin tight red plunging neckline dress.
Was
with
it a
the
joke, or
fake-
was he
with
like,
the
"Well, look,
fake
I'm coming out"?
boobs. No, he did it. It was a prank on my grandfather. So he did it to his father-in-law,
That's awesome.
and he came out and like sat on my grandfather's lap. And like this is, you know, but everyone thought it was
Hilarious.
hilarious,
Yeah.
and no one batted an eye at that type of stuff. And
Look, I grew up in a time where if you weren't busting somebody's balls, they were like, "What's wrong? Don't you like me anymore?" Like that was abuse was the name of the game. That's how we showed our love and affection.
yeah, I mean, like we have
There were no safe places. If you were looking for a safe place, we tore it
but
apart.
that's what I'm saying with like, I mean, it's a safe place at the shop in the sense of we have your back. Everyone's a team. We are open and accepting, but you got to be able to have fun with each other and pick on each other sometimes.
Yeah.
And like we
Yeah.
have these like running jokes where two of the guys that are closer to my age, the kind of younger half of the building, um, Jake and Gunnar, we joke around all the time that the two of them are like secretly a couple
That's awesome.
and stuff. And like one of them will be in the parts department talking to me and my father about something, and then the other one will walk in to ask a question about something. And they feed into it. It's hilarious. And like the innuendos that happen, and the one of them will look at the other and be like, well, I know what you can, and just
Oh boy.
it's the most hilarious thing. And I'm like, if a corporate HR person spent even 2 hours here,
Violations like galore.
like they would shut us down.
Nice. What are you drinking there, by the way?
I drink this like every single time. It's kind of a little treat for me, like every night or every other night. It's my Ollie Pop.
I don't know what that is.
Olipop would want to ever sponsor us.
What is Olipop?
Olipop it's kind of an alternative to soda, because I don't drink soda. I haven't drank regular soda since I was like 17.
Oddly enough, I think the last actual soda I had was a ginger ale.
Yeah,
you're drinking a ginger ale
yep.
flavor.
So it's actually okay. I'm just gonna read you the description.
Okay.
Not sponsored, but Olipop combines the classic soda you know and love with prebiotics, plant fiber, and botanicals to support your microbiome and digestive health. Finally, a refreshing soda that's actually good for you. So, this is literally it's a seltzer basically with the flavorings to make it. So like the first ingredient's carbonated water.
Okay.
And then
which is all I drink. All we drink at home is Polar.
Yeah, and there's like
Polar carbonated water. Like we have like 8 different flavors at any time.
Yeah, like marshmallow root, lime juice, cassava root syrup, ginger,
it's a little healthier
lemon
than the regular stuff.
Yeah, so
I'm just drinking water here. Good old clean.
Oh, I have water
in my Star Wars cup.
I have water over here too. You'll never not use that cup.
It's my Star Wars cup.
Here. Anyway, so this week's episode.
Are we getting to it?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to stay random for the night?
I know.
Hey, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned real quick. My song made it to #1 on the New Visions Radio Fresh Cuts chart. I now have another #1 single on that chart. That's my 4th in a row. Talking to Myself Out Loud was the first one that I had that went #1 on that chart. And then both my songs last year went #1 on that chart. And now my song this year went #1 on that chart. And we moved over to the main chart. So now we're getting a lot more listens, and we were at #9 this week. So hopefully we're going to move up to #1, and that would be our 4th #1 on the main chart, and that's kind of fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. You know, as a songwriter who's not touring anymore, like I had a hiatus because I thought my career was honestly over. I couldn't sing. I went through a year of vocal therapy to learn how to speak, a year of vocal therapy to learn how to sing with what I had left. And, you know, Monk Dwayne found my voice again.
He really did. He really helped you find,
Yeah.
I think, your best range and also what kind of intonations and styles sound the best with the way your voice is now.
So I didn't put anything out from 2017 till 2021, which is odd for me. I was an every year release guy.
Yeah,
and for 4 years I was lost.
We started working together. You didn't release anything.
I was very lost as a vocalist and as an artist. I didn't know how to write for my voice anymore. And we've seemed to have found the place to write now. And it's really cool. Part-Time Love last year, Talk to Me last year, those 2 songs did amazing for me. And, you know, to be at this point in my career where I thought it was completely over, and now that I've found a way back to being able to perform, and the performing never really went away, except it was mostly covers. I don't tour as an original artist anymore, so to be able to still put out original songs and have people listen is kind of
catch the fly.
Is she trying to catch the fly?
Yeah,
that's awesome. And to still have people listening, and to see the song. So New Visions Radio gets about 1 million listeners a month.
Wow.
And this is their all requests chart, and it's all week long. They get emails in of what to play on the all request show. And, you know, Part-Time Love was #1 for 4 weeks last year. And, you know, if we can get this new song up to #1, Oh There You Are, it'll be my fourth one to go number one. But on the fresh cuts chart, this is our fourth number one. We've done it 4 times in a row now, so that's really kind of cool to still see that regardless of where my voice went and how I've found my way back, that I'm still writing good songs that are connecting with people. Because that's what it was always about anyway. It was about writing songs that were connecting with people. And you don't have to understand the song as far as I wrote it, as long as it touched you in some way
Right.
and it made you feel something,
Well, yeah,
then
people
I did my job
interpret
as a
things
writer.
differently.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to interpret the way I wrote it as, oh, that's exactly it, and there's no other way it can be interpreted. But to see that the songs are still connecting with people is really flattering, and really, it feels good in the heart. And hopefully we'll see that. Oh, there you are makes it up to number one on their main chart again. So, and the video is out. So I had a video done for it, and the girl killed it on the editing.
Mm.
So I don't know if anybody uses Fiverr. Because I'm not touring anymore, I started using Fiverr for videos. Now
Fiverr's great. There's so many super talented artists and editors and
yes.
creators on there.
So we came back with talking to myself out loud, I was like, okay, because this is my first one back, I want to do this right, and I hired a director, and I dropped about $2,000, and we did a full shoot, and we put the music video out, and an amazing video, did great for me. $2,000 even for a music video is nothing, but for an indie artist not touring, where the music is now, I don't like to say vanity, because it's been what I've been doing since I'm a kid, but
No, but it's more
I'm not making a living at it anymore. So
it's more of a side gig. Yeah.
dropping that kind of money on the regular, it's not smart. It's not conducive to good business. So I used Fiverr on the Part-Time Love video, and I spent about $150 and got an amazing video out of it. Heather Morgan, who you guys met on a previous episode, came over and shot me in my studio.
She's actually a super talented photographer.
Oh, she's an amazing photographer.
Yeah.
And she shot me in my studio, and we sent that. I hired a guy for Part-Time Love out of Albania, and we sent him the footage we shot, and then he sourced out stock footage to put the story together, and he found an entire collection of stock footage of the same two people.
It.
Yeah. It was a story out of a stock footage, and he nailed it, and it cost me $150, and it was as good as any video I've ever put out. For Talk to Me, I just did a lyric video, and I did that myself. I actually used Canva, and I did a full lyric video in Canva, and it looks
Canva
awesome.
is another lifesaver.
Yes.
And amazing.
So
tool.
this time I decided to do another music video, full video for it, and I went back to Fiverr.
This song deserves it.
Yes, and because the new song is different than anything I've put out, and I kind of like it for that reason. So I found a girl out of Sri Lanka, and her name is Leonthi, and same thing. Heather came over, and we shot all the footage. Now, weeks and weeks ago, you guys will remember that my basement had to get emptied out and redone because we had some water in the basement. Well, before any of the furniture came back in, I had a huge empty dark room because there's no windows down there. So we hung a small LED light from the ceiling, which lit me perfectly.
That was in your basement?
That was my basement. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep, that's my theater in the basement. There was nothing in it. The rug was down, all the sheetrocking was done, but we hadn't moved the furniture back in. So we had this big, beautiful, empty room that was pitch black. We hung one small LED light right over a chair, and it only lit the chair. You couldn't even see the rest of the room. And she has a great camera, and she set the camera beautifully so that you couldn't see anything in the room but me. And we shot all my parts. We shot, I think, 6 takes, and we sent it down to her. And then same thing. She went and sourced out a bunch of stock footage and put this absolutely killer music video together. Did I tell you how much that video cost me? $65.
Ah, amazing.
Now, you like $65, that's cheap. This thing must look like crap. Honestly, it might be the best video I've put out to date. She captured the song and the feel and the movement of the song and the energy in the song
Yeah,
and the
all
darkness
of it
of the song.
so intentional.
It's stunning. And she mixed in my parts perfectly. And I looked it up, and so that we go to Thailand. I go to Thailand. Heather and I go to Thailand, and we love it there because our money goes far. Right, it's not an expensive trip for us. A dollar in Thailand is about 35 Thai baht. So if you do the math on that, right, if something is, so you go to dinner and a chicken pad thai, let's just go there. Chicken pad thai will be 60 to 80 baht. So at 35 baht for $1, you're looking at $1.80 to $2.10. Okay. So your money goes far in countries like that. So I looked it up real quick online, what my $65 was worth in Sri Lanka. And it's like 2 weeks worth of groceries.
Wow.
Legitimately, I forget the denomination that they use, but the equivalent of the $65 in the money that they use in Sri Lanka. And then I looked up, okay, what's an average week of groceries, knowing what we pay. And that $65 is about 2 weeks worth of groceries, or about 25 meals.
Wow.
In Sri Lanka. So it's like, wow, it's only 65, but to just somebody in another country where the dollar is strong, that's a decent amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm willing to bet she probably put 6 to 10 hours into that video. So, for her,
So
that's a great deal. And she does a lot of work, because I looked at her reviews and she has like a lot of work going on Fiverr. So even if she's only getting like 50 to $100 per pop, she's doing great.
For her, that's probably
great.
For her, that's probably $600 to $800 a pop.
Yeah.
And
she said she
for
told
6
me,
hours worth of work.
So my video took longer than expected, because she has regular work that drops on like a monthly basis. And I hired her like the day before her monthly job came in. So she explained to me, I know that I quoted you this long, but it's going to take me longer because I am dedicated. This is my moneymaker. I have to do this. And then I will get to you. And we were patient. And sometimes I like not putting the video out the day the song releases.
Yeah.
Drop the song, a couple of weeks later, drop the video. Kind of gives it another push. So the timing still worked out great. And like I said, the quality is phenomenal. We did it in 24 frames per second, 4K. So it's got like that cinematic feel to it. It doesn't look like I don't know. It doesn't look like an online thing where everybody's shooting at like 30 frames per second, 4K. Yeah. That has a different quality than 24 frames per second, 4K. That's much more cinematic quality. So that's what we did the video in. And it just came out great. Oh, it's on my foot. You see it? There's a fly on my foot if you can't see it.
I can't with these freaking insects this time of year. They all unearth themselves. Doesn't help that we're replacing windows, so
they're just coming
they're all coming in.
So we should. Do you mind if we stick the video into the show today? Since we've been talking about it for the last like 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you who haven't heard already, here's my new song and here's the new video. This is called "Oh, There You Are." I didn't know that you'd be standing here. Some years ago it seemed that everything was very clear. How was I to know that changes would be coming very fast, and everything I had was never meant to really last? But then the world interrupted like a broken rhyme. There I was thinking that I had all this time. You tried to trick me like a bitch had gone and slapped my face. You picked me up and brought me to a better place. Stand up! Show me how to get tough. What can you do? I've been looking for you. Oh, there you are. So here we go again. I'm chasing things I've never known. Feeling just like a dog who never seems to get the bone. 2 steps ahead to find I'm really backing up again. But I give it all I got, I just don't know the where or when. You took me by the hand and showed me I was far from done. I never thought that you would end up as the only one. The world was always on the verge of just caving in, but standing tall, it seems like this is all it's ever been. Stand up, show me how to get tough. What can you do? I've been looking for you. Oh, there you are. Big dreams, So there you go. That was my music video. I love that. Honestly, I
I
love
love
it.
how it came out.
Thank you. Thank you. And the song is very different for me. Go back and
Oh,
listen
I love
to
the song.
the songs
I love
from my
the
recent times. And
Monk did amazing with the production on that.
yes, yes, very cinematic. We definitely strayed far away from my normal, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. It's good to grow as an artist.
Yes, it is.
But speaking of Fiverr
Yes.
and utilizing things like that.
Yes. I also got my websites for Fiverr.
Oh yeah, Fiverr's great.
My tag team site, everything. Oh, hi.
You have to be careful sometimes too, where you can find some great things, and sometimes you get scammed.
This is true.
And one thing, for the second half of this episode, an idea that we had that we thought would be a little fun to discuss. And I'm sorry, that's Apollo stalking his way across the floor. Good boy, buddy. Lay in the bed. One topic that we've seen pop up here and there on like TikTok, or I know I've had some TikTok videos like this show up on my feed. Things I think it originated on Reddit. I believe someone made a Reddit post asking this question, and it started a whole thing.
What is it?
What are some things that are scams, but people are so used to, they don't even realize they're scams?
Oh God, car insurance.
So
let's just start right there. Car insurance.
Well, that was my first one, was insurance.
Yeah,
so
any kind of insurance.
Health insurance, car insurance, home insurance, etc.
I don't know about health insurance.
The for-profit insurance industry, I think, is.
Yeah. Okay. So like we have insurance through my wife's job, and we use it obviously all throughout the year with the kids and everything like that. So I'm not sure that that's necessarily scam, because what we pay into it, what we get back from it, it's a pretty fair trade-off.
Oh, see, we have I've seen two different sides to it now, because I had private insurance, my own private insurance before, but then when we got married, I went to my husband's plan because he's a government employee and he's in the union. So after he's vested, so after 10 years, it's free, like for life. So I was like, oh, well, why would we not get on, be on yours? Because we're so close to that. So the same health insurance provider that I had for my own private insurance, we have the exact same provider. It's just the GIC, like the Government Insurance Commission, whatever version of that plan. Totally different.
Okay.
Totally different.
I mean, our insurance changed this year, but
worse though.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever heard of this? We ran out of copays for the year.
Yes, we outran our copays last year.
I've never heard of this. I've never had this. So now, for my chiropractor appointments from a few weeks ago until July, when the year resets for them, instead of my copay being like $30, it's $60.
Well, ours was
I'm
different.
like, wait a minute, a copay is a copay.
Ours was different. So we maxed out our copays. So then there were just no more copays. Insurance covered it. There's a certain point in our insurance where it hits the max, and then it's just all covered.
Nope. I ran out of eligible copays.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah. Yep. And what I don't understand is, see, like insurance companies, like they're not doctors. They're not the actual healthcare providers.
No.
They don't understand how any of this works.
No, they're
when
just,
they design
they're
these
a business.
plans. They're just for profit.
Yes.
It's disgusting. And they sit there and, like, for example, this is what is bewildering to me. They sat there, like, for my shoulder, when I ended up needing shoulder surgery at 19 years old. I get it. I was a 19-year-old. They don't suspect that I'm going to have something chronically or genetically wrong with my shoulder. They would think that if I needed shoulder surgery, it was probably because of some kind of sports injury or car accident or something of the like that caused an injury that needed surgery, not something that kind of naturally occurred at only 19 years old.
Right.
But I'm me, and I had AC arthrosis at 19 years old.
Always fun. Sorry for all the coughing today.
It's okay. The allergies are brutal. So I had to go through and spend money on all of these appointments and get all this different testing done and have so many x-rays and an MRI and, try the cortisone shot before we jump to surgery and this and that. And I
Yeah.
understand part of that was my surgeon and my doctor trying to avoid surgery if he could because I was so young. And I appreciate that. But at the same time, it's because he had to jump through these hoops and exhaust all options before going to surgery because insurance wouldn't approve it.
Well,
They
they're the same
wouldn't
way now. So
But here's my thing. Is there no they're running a for-profit business, which is disgusting that people's health is a for-profit thing, but it makes me laugh at the same time because the insurance companies are kind of screwing themselves. They end up spending more money in the
on
long
all
run
the tests, yes.
because they spend all this money on all these smaller things trying to avoid paying for the big thing, but inevitably they have to pay for the big thing anyway. So now they spent money on the big thing and all the little things.
Well, it's the same thing. So say you have a knee problem. They want X-rays first, then PT, and then they'll do an MRI. Why not just go for the MRI, figure out what's wrong with it, and decide if PT or surgery? No, they'll pay for 10 weeks of PT, pay for the X-rays, just to find out we need to go do the MRI.
Yeah. And you're still living in pain. You're
And
still dealing
meanwhile,
with symptoms.
through PT, there is a very good chance you may have done more damage.
Yeah, depending on what your issue was
Yeah.
to begin with.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Insurance in general is just a big scam. Never mind what I just went through with my homeowner's insurance.
No, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. This one I know is going to ruffle some feathers, but it's a response that I saw a lot on some of these. Like I went through different Reddit posts and even some articles were written about this subject, and this was one that was brought up so many times that I'm like I have to add it to our list.
Okay.
Organized religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's again,
I
just
hate
big
to
business.
say I agree, but I agree.
It's just big business.
Churches
No offense. I begrudge no one their right to worship who and what they want. I was raised Catholic. I went
So
to
was
church
I.
every Sunday.
So
I went to
was I.
CCD, Sunday
Yep.
school, and
Baptized, First Communion.
the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And now, if I feel that I need to speak to the higher power that I speak to, I don't feel like I have to go to some big business to put money in a coffer to do it. I just have the conversation.
Well, and
Because if the only way he listens to me is if I go there, then what's it worth anyway?
Well, those churches, they don't pay taxes.
Oh no, it is. It's
They
a big
get-
business scam.
A lot of them are so corrupt too.
You're running a non-for-profit business, but yet you have a $14 million house.
Yeah.
How's that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister, she's in a wonderful church now, down in New Jersey. But the church before hers, that she's in now, I heard for years how great it was from her, and it was spiritually amazing for her, And then the pastor got popped for embezzlement and taking millions and millions and millions of dollars out of the coffer. I don't need to go to church in that if you don't deal with that.
I don't know. I have.
And again, I begrudge no one. I begrudge no one for what they
No,
want to do.
I
just
think
know that my
I
higher
think
power and I
having
can talk anytime.
I think having a sense of religion or a sense of spirituality, whichever.
I'm very spiritual now, not very religious.
Yes, I have. I've always been a little bit more spiritual than religious.
Yes. What are
And
you guys?
I even as a kid, and it's interesting because I think it was something that was just kind of instinctually and naturally ingrained in me to just be that way. Like everyone's just different like that.
There's
as far
no
as
way I can
what
sit
feels
next to this
right.
dog and not do this, by the way.
I know. She's fine with it. She loves it.
Just slammed her head into my leg and we're done. Anyway, yes.
Even as a younger child, I would kind of say to my dad, why do we have to go? If we are all God's children and God loves us all no matter what, then why does it matter how I choose to respect him or pray to him?
Yep.
Why do I have to go to a church every Sunday to do it? Can't I just do it wherever I am?
Yep.
And that was the moment where my dad kind of looked at me and went, well, shit.
And
Like,
look at
kid
the world
makes a
too. Religion
point.
is the source of so much bad.
So much.
There's no way
I get
if
very
you truly have a loving God that this world should be the way it is.
it's just
No
another way
offense.
for it's just another way for people to be pitted against each other.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, but this personal opinion again, different strokes for different folks. Like whatever makes you happy and feel the most secure and
Do it.
whatever in your life,
By all
do
means.
it.
Just don't
But
bring harm on others.
right, and well, but I think it leads people to that, and I think a lot of people who so intensely follow certain organized religious groups, um, to a T, I feel like they live their lives in such fear.
It's very
I feel like
cultish.
yes, and they've had such a sense of fear instilled in them that if they are not a certain way, if they don't do things a certain way, if they don't act a certain way, if they don't
Yep.
preach a certain
Yep.
way, they're the worst person on the planet, and you're going to hell, and the worst things ever are going to happen to you. It's all fear
Sounds
based.
kind of fun, actually.
Listen, there's a throne waiting for me down there.
Yeah, I know. Same. So, all right. So, what's next?
Getting a degree or going to college.
Oh, college is a joke. College is easily the
I
biggest
knew
scam.
this one was
Absolutely.
gonna be
College is the biggest
immediate
scam
for
out there.
him.
Yep. I have said it. I have said it my entire adult life. I don't think an 18-year-old should go to college out of high school. Follow along. This is no offense to 18-year-olds. There are the few. There are the few who know what they want to do.
Well, yes, yeah.
But the predominant majority of 18-year-olds don't know fuck all about shit. And they're supposed to spend
That was
$200,000 on a degree they
I
don't
agree.
even know if they like because they've never had a job in it.
Yeah.
You know what? Get out of high school. Go backpack Europe. Go travel. Get 30 jobs you hate and find the one you love. When you find the one you love, go to school. When you find out the thing that moves your soul, go to school.
Right.
Don't go to school. What do you know at 18? You're barely getting rid of your acne. You probably haven't had sex yet. You've never lived on your own. You haven't had enough jobs. And you're supposed to go spend money on a degree and a job you don't even know if you like. I love accounting. You know how many accountants don't do accounting, but their accounting degree sitting on the wall? And they're driving for Domino's? I'm not joking. Like
No,
it's,
I know.
you know what?
I know.
The ones who are the most successful are the trades kids.
Yeah.
Go
And
to a trade school.
We,
Why? Because you'll wind up with no student loans, a job that pays you like crazy. Because right now, go listen to Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe is brilliant.
I love
Mike Rowe will tell you all day long how right now in the trades world, we are drastically short.
Yeah.
So any trade,
I can tell you we are.
anybody with a good trade is going to be paid really well. And if you went to a trade school, you don't have the $150,000 student loan. So you're coming out.
No,
Make
you
it-
become an apprentice, and even as an apprentice in most of these unions and trades, you're starting at like $42 an hour.
Right. So you're making crazy money without the loans, and you're way ahead of anybody coming out of the Ivy League. Well, I'm a doctor, and you're just an electrician. Yeah,
I think
you have $500,000 in debt that you got to pay off before you even see profit on
I
your
started
doctorate.
my own electrical company, and I have 4 guys under me, and I take home $500,000 a year.
Right. And there's
Well,
the difference.
you owe
and,
$500,000.
and college is absolutely scam. Why? Why is college?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
$200,000 a
Don't get
year?
me wrong. There are certain professions. Yeah, you need that schooling.
Yes.
You need those clinicals. You need that
Yes.
experience,
Yes,
especially
but
for
not-
medicinal things and like to be a lawyer.
But at 18, you don't know yet.
No,
Most.
Some do. But I think we need to focus more on the trades again.
I agree.
I think the
I agree.
trade, like the trades.
A friend of mine's son just graduated as a welder, and he's going for like ocean welding to weld boats. Dude, he's gonna be rich beyond belief.
Oh my God, he's gonna make hundreds of thousands of
yes,
dollars a year.
yes. There's trades that are so in demand.
And I
right
said plural, hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands.
Yep. now. We should look it up. What does an underwater? Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Top tier. Like once he hits the highest rate. No,
What does an
the
underwater welder make per hour? Let's see.
the trades are unfortunately hurting, and I think it's because for some reason there was this whole generation that just pushed college so hard and pushed these institutions and getting a degree and doing the more white collar style job so hard for a certain number of years that it almost made the trades seem lesser than, or like dirty jobs.
So for beginning welders, it's 20 to 30 an hour. That's for your basic, like,
That's like apprenticeships.
yeah, then and that's, you could be working at a garage welding, exhaust systems. Cool. You're making $30 an hour at
Yeah.
18, 19 years old then.
Yeah.
Let's do the math on that. What's a 40-hour week at 30
I didn't hit
30 an hour?
$30 an hour until like my mid 20s.
Right? So if you're doing a 40-hour week at 30 an hour, right? You're doing 1,200 a week, so you're making, call it with a little bit of OT, you're making $5,000 a month. Well, there's 60 grand a year at 18 years old, 19 years old.
Yeah.
That's not terrible, and that's starting. Um, for specialized and demanding assignments like deep sea welding or working in remote and challenging locations, over $100 an hour.
Well, yeah, and you're probably getting hazard pay
Yes, on top of
on
things,
top of that.
plus bonuses and everything else. You're looking at guys who can underwater welders can make over $500,000 a year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy. So it's people underestimate the trades, and when you need something done to your house, when you need your car fixed, when you need something in your house, who do you call? Like more.
The highest paying underwater welding jobs are offshore oil rig positions, like locations in the Gulf of Mexico where salaries can reach over 200,000.
Yeah.
For welding.
And all their travel's paid for, their housing's paid for.
Yep.
By their companies. They're probably in a union, so they get union benefits. They have a pension. You don't hear about pensions much anymore.
No, well, pensions are going away, along with
But
Social
anyway,
Security, which is not going to be around by the time
yeah,
I'm ready for it.
yeah, me either. But yeah, don't hate the trades, guys. Like, think more about going into the trades.
Okay, so we've got insurance.
Yep.
We had college.
Yep.
What was the other one?
Organized religion.
Organized religion. What's next?
Another one is more. It's just a simple thing, but like brand name drugs and medicines versus, like name brands. So like just straight ibuprofen instead of.
I mean, I never buy
Elite.
the name brands.
But people think there's a big difference. People think you have to,
No,
and
it's the
they
same stuff.
spend that much more money.
There's
literally this. I think
Yeah.
there's only like 2 drugs on the market out there.
Well, there's a certain amount of time when a drug comes out that it's legitimately only one, and it's the name brand. But once that runs out, 7 years, I believe it's something like that, then it's knockoff city time, and everybody's making the exact same stuff.
It's literally
There's
the
no
exact-
difference
yeah.
between Advil and CVS ibuprofen. It's the same stuff.
Yeah. But just in general, big pharma is a scam.
Yeah.
The markup on the simplest like life-saving meds
Yeah.
is horrific.
Well, not only that, and I've said this a million times, and if you don't think they have had the cure for cancer for many years at this point, you're naive. It's just that, not curing cancer is a multi-billion-dollar business. Chemotherapy is what, $21 billion a year. You think they're going to let that go so they can cure cancer? Please. Yeah, big pharma is absolutely a scam.
Kind of keeping on with that health thing, another one that was mentioned was the label often found on most products, which is the like non-GMO. So literally any company, large or small, can buy the rights to use this label, and that this is what someone was saying in a Reddit post. I didn't have time to look up if this was factual or not. But any company can buy the rights to use this label on their products, regardless of whether said product is actually GMO or not. All too often, companies use it on items that are GMO, such as corn or bananas, and others that cannot be GMO because they're non-organic, such as water. Like, there's no such thing as non-GMO water or salt. All you're doing by buying products with this label is throwing your money away. A bag of non-GMO popcorn is going to be more expensive than the unlabeled as such popcorn, but it's the exact same product. And it's kind of along the same line of certain organic products, where I'm not saying it's this way for every organic product and for every company that produces organic products, but a few years ago when my dad was still doing a lot of road service and was doing services up in Boston and was working on trucks that dispersed things from and brought things from the actual food distribution plants to like five-star restaurants and grocery stores and stuff. They brought him into the factory and into the distribution center at one point and gave him a tour. And they used to package meats for five-star restaurants and for grocery stores and whatever. And he was specifically standing in front of one of the conveyor belts that packaged ground beef and steaks and whatever else. And he came home, and I distinctly remember he came home that night. He's like, Brianna, I literally, with my own eyes, watched ground beef come from the same damn conveyor belt. And they just slapped an organic sticker on it. and it went. And he's like, and it was from the same exact conveyor belt as the non-organic stuff. And he's like, so I don't know what to believe.
Well, I mean, it could have been an upstream switch.
No. He's like, it never stopped. It never, like, I literally just watched them just start slapping organic stickers on after not doing it.
Well, it says that can you claim non-GMO without certification? No. Under USDA regulations, any U.S. food suppliers...
This Reddit forum was from like 3 years ago, so I don't know.
Making a label or labeling claims that GMO ingredients were not used in meat, poultry, egg product must hold a valid non-GMO certificate from a recognized third-party certifying organization such as the Certified Non-GMO by AGW program.
But here's the thing.
So
I've seen a lot of farmers on TikTok online, a lot of farmers who sell to these food distributions and to grocery stores and stuff. And they're like, there's kind of no such thing as non-GMO or whatever. And like they go to explain it. And they're like, even our like bananas are genetically modified. Like you can't. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just, like,
we're not even non-GMO anymore.
I know.
We've been genetically modified.
Just to get through the rest of the list here quickly, kind of rapid fire. Diamond jewelry was another one. Bet you never thought of that.
Nope.
Especially in like the engagement and wedding industry. Diamonds are not worth as much as they're being sold for. You're basically just paying for the novelty and popularity, even though most are lab created, and a gem such as moissanite is just as good. But the wedding industry and engagement industry has skyrocketed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The sale value of diamonds, and it's all a scam with how much it is.
All right, what's next?
MLM companies. We could do a whole damn episode on those.
Multi-level marketing companies are hilarious. And I love the ones who go, we're not MLM. I'm like, do you have an upstream team? Yeah. Do you have a downstream team? Yeah. You're MLM.
Yeah.
That's what's called multi-level marketing.
Digital processing fees. So like when you go to pay a bit like a utility bill online and there's like a 3%.
Yeah.
Or like a $5 processing fee for your card.
Or the other fee that I love is, so like say Venmo, let's say, right? You've got money in your Venmo and you're going to transfer it to your bank. It gives you two options. One of them is immediately. One of them is 1 to 2 days. There's a fee to do it immediately. There's no fee to do it 1 to 2 days. The 1 to 2 days will always hit your account the next morning if you do it early enough in the day. Mm-hmm. But why is the immediate one cost anything when it's simply a digital transaction? There's no human touch.
Yeah.
The machine just sends it. It's either puts it in a queue and sends it, or it sends it now. Why is there a fee for the same digital transaction? Because it's a scam.
Yeah.
You need that money now? We get 1.5%, sorry.
Yep. Fast fashion.
What's that?
We could have a whole episode on that.
What is fast fashion?
Fast fashion. So
is that like people who run?
No.
That's sports people.
Companies like Shein and Fashion Nova. And I'll explain. We'll have like a whole. That was an idea for a whole episode.
I've seen them, but I've never bought from them, so I don't really know them.
Many product warranties are a complete scam.
Okay.
And this one again.
I love the Assurian one you buy off Amazon. And then a year later, you're like, I don't even know what I bought that for. What
know.
product was that for?
Um,
But it cost you $4.
and then another one that might be semi-controversial is the funeral industry.
Ooh, interesting. It is quite expensive.
It's very expensive, and a lot of these funeral.
Why do we need to spend like $12,000 on a box we're putting in the ground?
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I mean, just to cremate somebody is probably $3,000.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I just did my cat, and it was like $700.
I know. Just for
Yeah,
a
when
very
we lost
small
Munchkin.
animal.
We've had all. I've had all my pets cremated. And
Same.
I have them all at home, and yeah, they were all in that 5 to 7 range to cremate the cat or dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And what gets me too is I understand the value as someone who's unfortunately been to so many goddamn funerals, wakes and funerals in her life. I understand the importance of and the value of having that kind of reflection period and that experience and ability to have that last goodbye and feeling of closure in a sense. Even though people grieve differently, I think it's helpful for most to have that moment.
Yeah.
However, there's just some I understand that is a tough industry to work in and to make a living in.
I'm not gonna have a funeral.
But there's just something that has forever kind of rubbed me the wrong way about looking at somebody in such a like vulnerable, sensitive time in their life when they are just overcome and overwhelmed with such intense grief and feeling of loss and even feeling lost within their own life depending on who they have to say goodbye to, and looking at them and going, okay, well, I'm gonna need $15,000.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, for a granted nicely crafted and polished box, but a wooden,
Yep.
a giant wooden box.
And I have said this all along, so I'm not gonna have a funeral. I don't want to be mourned. I want to be celebrated.
I like celebrations of
right?
life.
I want to be celebrated. I want you to rent a VFW, and I'm not joking. This is seriously the will for me. Rent a VFW, hire a band, invite all my friends, put me in the corner, throw a party. I didn't
put me in the corner.
God, put me. You would have me out there for viewing anyway, right? Put me in the corner. Have everybody say their goodbyes to me. Don't do a funeral. Don't mourn me. Don't be sad. I didn't live a sad life. I want to have a celebration and then send me off. And I've always said I want to be cremated, and I want to be sprinkled at the block I grew up on, in New Jersey, in North Bergen. I want to be sprinkled out in Key West, obviously up
all
here.
The places that meant
all the
so
places
much
that
to you.
meant the most to me. Bring me there and send me off in all those places. And it can be a little baggy worth. It doesn't have to be this grandiose thing.
Yeah.
But don't have a funeral. Don't sit there and boo-hoo me, because I didn't live a boo-hoo life. So I don't want to have a boo-hoo finish. You know?
Yeah.
We've got like a minute or so. So this was interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
There's so many.
This is why we're totally random thoughts.
There's so many different spin-offs that we could do from that list too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the fast fashion industry one day.
Yeah,
maybe.
that I'm curious about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the stuff you buy off Temu or Wish.
How ethical is it, and how
And we can
And
get
it's
into
a
the
big
hypocritical
and it's a-
nature of the people who don't buy anything from a sweatshop. You're terrible. Hold on, I'm gonna text from my iPhone that was made in a
but even
sweatshop.
some of these, the idea with fast fashion though is
Quickly.
crappy quality, unethical sourcing, and also the fact that literally all of these places are selling the exact same product coming from the
Yeah.
exact same manufacturing place and claiming it as their own and selling it for all different prices, and
I love how
it's
you
all
say
just
the word
crap.
literally, by the way. You so enunciate that word. It's pretty cool.
Okay, sorry.
I've noticed it show after show.
On that note, thank you guys so
No, say
much
it for
for
me.
tuning in.
Say it for me.
Literally, thank
No,
you
that's
guys
not how you
so
say it. I'm going to roll this back and we're going to play that again. Literally.
Okay, literally. Stop. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of Totally Random Thoughts.
Don't forget, we are on all of your favorite podcast sites. Tuesday mornings, 10 o'clock, we hit there. We are on Plymouth Rock TV, Distro TV, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Local Now, and a few others. You can source it all off the Plymouth Rock TV, which is our home station, and that comes out on Sunday nights at 7.
And please don't forget to give us a star rating and leave us a review. It really helps us out. And let us know what you want to hear from us next.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.